Hey guys, it's Chunky Miss Nan. I hope you're doing well. I have not been on for a bit since my last video. Just got a lot of stuff going on right now. Not at the liberty to pretty much share the information, but I'm still here, still doing stuff. I wanted to share some of the stuff that I've been making for this future art book that I have. And I wanted to show you some other stuff that I was working on, just a few tips on some stuff that you can do on your own to embellish your journals and just make them luscious and beautify them. So paper bags, we've all seen zillions of videos on paper bags, and you've seen some of the ones that I've created. And before I go any further, welcome to those who are new. Glad to have you, and glad everyone else is here. I appreciate you very much. So I did grab about 4 or 5 paper bags from my supermarket because I've wanted to make a large junk journal, but purely art. This is not really going to be, and maybe what I'm trying to say is I want to do a lot of mixed media in this one. And I have a book that I purchased on Amazon that eventually I will share with you, that's giving me a lot of tips here and there just to learn. It's always good to learn, but I can always share what I'm learning with you, which is what I want to do with this channel. Inspire someone to just pull something out, no matter how they feel, and just create and have fun doing it. Have fun doing it. Nothing has to be perfect. So I cut them down to this size to make a larger art journal for myself. I don't know if I'm going to add any more pages because this is probably going to be bulky with all the paint and the mixed media that's going to go in there. But this is what I do with the paper bag. This is not even a paper bag, I'm sorry. They come out pretty large, so I'm going to open it up. It's not going to fit on frame, but you get the gist. And it's just layer upon layer. Of course, mine does not look like some of those professional artists who have these really amazing things that they create. But there's no reason why you can't give a go at it. So there's paint here, there's markers, there's gesso, there's the only thing, I don't have gel medium on here, but there's so much more that can be added here. I've used all kinds of tools to create the circles, and I've made splotches, and you name it, it's in here. But this, I wasn't sure where I was going to go with it when I finished it. I didn't know whether I would cut out cards but I've always wanted to have a longer book, so I folded it in half, and that is the cover. And the inside cover, I don't have to do anything because it's already done. So we'll be able to create something like that from scratch to finish. And I know I did something similar in my prayer journal, and that video is up if you'd like to go look at it, but colors are different, and there's more to this one than that one. And I don't know if I'm finished with this one, if I actually want to add text or paper, or maybe some gel medium with tissue paper. I'm not sure yet. So it's a work in progress, but we'll be working on that at some point in the future. So I cut the bags the same size, and eventually I'll let you know what size this is. And I've added them in there, and it's a ready-made book. I can add gesso to each page if I like to. If not, I can just go ahead and paint right on top of them. So I'm undecided how that's going to work, but that's, I got this done about 2 weeks ago. So I've been grabbing a lot of my gel prints, and this is pretty much, I'm not going to actually do any painting or any embellishing today. I just wanted to share this with you because I'm in a time crunch, and like I said, there's some things going on, and maybe a little uninspired this past week. So got to get the ball rolling. Gel prints, save them. Save your scraps, whether they're gel print scraps, or even if you have a crayon scrap, or just marker scrap that you've scribbled on. Save those. This is what I've been doing. I've always used my gel prints in my books, but I've decided that I'm gonna keep it's not I don't know if it's called a masterboard or not, but I'll keep the original painting, and then I've started to print out my designs. But I'm adding other things to those designs to bring it out more. So, and I'm using my inkjet printer, and of course it does pull a lot of ink, but you know what, it's there for my books. my inkjet printer. I'm getting tongue twisted. The colors are lighter. They came out lighter, but there's no reason why I cannot use these in my journals, even in my Bible. So I just wanted to go through some of these that I did make so that you can see. So this is the original, and these are just, I'm creating something and you swipe the paint on the extra copy. So these are like they're not trashy. This is usable. It's the original, but save those. I went ahead and I did some printing with this one too, and as I'm printing, I got this idea. These are cutouts, file folder cutouts from my Sizzix. I forget what it's called. It's the machine, the shop, it's something, Big Shot machine. That's what it is. It's funny how you start videotaping things and you just forget everything. But I used the machine to cut out some circles, bigger circles, some squares, because I was making something else. And I always decide to save these because I do want to use these also as stencils, but I decided to put it down on my scanner in this manner. As you can see, I put it down on the scanner first and then put the original print on the top and got these designs, and I thought, ooh, that's nice. So I decided to add some of my Islamic writing, scribbling. You could add whatever scrap on the printer first and then put your original. But you gotta make sure you have space in between so that everything shows. So I have the writing, I have the scraps, and I have some of the color of the paper peeking out in the background. And this one has a little more of the color. And I think that is cute. That would be great to use in a journal. Envelope. You can make a card out of this, glue this on top of an index card, and just go to town with all the stuff that you have. Keep creating. Ideas do come. So this is an original. Who would want to use something like that? I never throw out anything that I have, I tell you guys, because with these papers you can continue to create. So I decided to put some scribble paper down. This is tissue paper. I love it. And then I took one of the other gel pens and decided to make ovals with it. They're not perfect ovals. I just cut in any form, and that's what they look like. And I put it down with the scribble paper, and then I put the original on top, and this is what I got. Look at that. Amazing. Of course, amazing. It's beautiful. I consider it beautiful, so because I can just see when I put it down on an empty blank page, whether I want to tear this up or use this, fold it in half, and use it as a page. I can just imagine how I'm going to embellish it. So there's one, and there's another one, and they, of course, they came out lighter. My ink is dying out. We just got a new printer, so I'm hoping I'll have some better quality printouts. And here's the one. This is the original. They're longer. They're your regular copy paper. Regular copy paper. And let's say I want to make some wonky circles on this. I can go ahead and just go ahead. If I want to make a flower on there, I can do that. And just add onto your papers, whether that's going to go in a book or be torn. It can be used in any manner. It can be your fodder. See? So that's just an example. I'll still use this. I can make another printout if I choose to. And that's just a tip on what you can do with some of your papers. Keep your originals and print them out. So if you need these colors for some other journal, you have them. If you don't want to do, you don't have to. It's just an idea. And these are two different ones from two different papers that I have. Look at that. I love this. It's very bright, but I like this. And then this one was a big, huge mess, but it didn't matter to me because I made my printout. I have that one. I can also redo the other side to get more of the purple, but that's how it came out. And then there's this one. This one is a lot lighter than the original, but if I want, I can go ahead and, let's say, let me fold it in half, because I won't use the whole page. I can fold it in half, and then just start writing on it, and pretend I'm writing a letter or something. And just keep going, make your, and then tear this up when I go to, I can actually tear it up. and use it on something. So it's a great idea. Keep your original, print the other one out. Maybe some near future, who knows? I mentioned an Etsy shop at one point. I'm still thinking about that. I might put these up for sale. I don't know. We'll see. And these are my designs, so I'm not taking anything from anyone. So I did take a tissue paper that I had created, that Semic writing, full writing, scribbles, whatever you want to call it. But it just have a name. And I printed those out. Look at that. Nice. This here is a huge paper that I was working on. And the paper that I'm using for this was recommended by, I will have to put it below because I can't remember her name offhand. But I will recommend her because she does some really great things. And there's also Sean Petit. She's amazing. But the one that, this is actual medical paper. I bought a roll of medical paper on Amazon. Amazing. And I just started creating. I managed to find these at Goodwill. And if it's going to save me time creating on my papers from having to make ovals with an actual marker, I'm going to use it. And if it will give me some great marks and prints on my papers, I will also use that. So I just actually rolled the paint on top of this and I put it down. I know these are kind of dark colors, but that's what I had used. And did some scribbling and other stuff on there. But this is going to go great on something. What substrate? I'm not sure, but it will go on something. But I did make print outs of that, which were these two. Look at that. I love it. I just got to make some that are brighter colors. And then from this huge book that I'm going to create, I managed to get prints off of that one. So the inside was floral and the outside is more abstract looking. So I created the printouts. It gave me that. Some of them were not, the images were not perfect, but I am going to have so much fun using these. And what I did was I twisted the paper in different directions on the printer and just got different prints, even though the color still looks the same. The green, the aqua, the white, the black, the yellow, it's all in each paper, but it's different. It's actually different. I did the same with the floral. I wanted to make sure that I got one with each of the florals. And as you can see, the green in here for the floral is a lot brighter. They are all a lot brighter. And they're not as bright on my printer. But I am so okay with that because this is going to be amazing. Maybe it's a background to one of my books. And then I just add a whole bunch of other text and book pages and tissue paper and maybe 12 by 12 scraps that I have. So many things you can do with it. So that's it for today, my friends. Thank you for joining me. And I do have something in store for the next video, which I will be putting out in a few days. So I hope you will be there with me. Have a good one. And God bless you all. Have a good one. Bye-bye.